All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Freeman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Taylor. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, How come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, turn it up. Check 9. Say. Check the backer. Hey. Shoot. Watch the edge. Watch out.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. It's first and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 20. Yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Taylor now off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
No, check that. We want Mike 50.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
26 months. Check pass.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Taylor. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. Mike 52, Mike 52. All day, just like that. Jump off. 52's the ball.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Ravens 21, Chargers 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Where's 52? Watch 52. Talk. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill. 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 He's checking.
Here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Throwing again. Taylor. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. And Taylor cannot escape. He goes down to the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Room here to run.
Come on, fellas.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
39 yards on the punt, give them just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey. 4 down.
It's Eckler again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
26 Mike. No gain on this defense, no gain.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. And it's complete. Henry. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Taylor. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Taylor. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
26 Mike. Stop your whining.
To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try to sneak with Taylor. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This time Taylor will throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here, 26 months. Hey, I'm coming.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
26 months. Yeah. You don't want none. 26 months.
4th down. Here's Taylor. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Switch it.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get